Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. It's time to talk about some new fragrances coming out once again. Yeah, this beginning of the year is just non-stop new fragrances. We got a new one from Burberry, a new one from Bulgari, a new one from Carolina Herrera, and another new one from Giorgio Armani. Yeah, again, this is just like non-stop. At the beginning of this year, it's just like new Acqua di Gio, kind of, sort of. So 4 new fragrances coming out here to talk about today. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. You can find some more information on these linked down below in the description in case you want to read up some more on these guys. First fragrance that we're going to talk about here is a new one from Carolina Herrera, a new release in their 212 line. 212 MTV. Because everybody out there was like, you know what would be really cool? An MTV fragrance, because that is super relevant. Now, I'm not saying MTV was not massively influential at one point in time, but at this point, if you're making a 212 MTV fragrance, it's basically just gonna smell like Rob Dyrdek and his show Ridiculousness, because MTV is basically just that.
Go back. This man right here gets popcorned into a dummy.
Remember when MTV used to play music? Music videos?
In stereo 24 hours.
At this point, it's just a looping bad version of Tosh.0 24 hours a day. Well, whatever, let's go ahead. Let's talk about this fragrance. Inspired by the city that never sleeps, the 212 NYC collection evokes the vibrant energy of New York through a fragrant expression of freedom and authenticity designed for the creatives of tomorrow. Innovative yet elegant 212 NYC fragrances combine a progressive approach with an effortless sense of style, resulting in fresh urban scents for a new generation. 212 NYC Men X MTV is a luxurious gold edition of our iconic 212 NYC Men fragrance that celebrates the influence, impact, and legacy of MTV, a revolutionary television network that transformed the music industry and defined the culture and identity of a new generation. The woody notes evoke the rebellious energy of 90s indie rock. So this one has a top of cardamom and Sichuan pepper, a mid of gardenia and elemi, and a base of vibrant woods and tobacco. I wish I could tell you I was really hyped for this one, but I'm really not. Mainly because it just feels like it doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense to me. So they're kind of admitting that MTV nowadays is a shell of what it used to be, and they're saying, oh, well, this is 90s indie rock because it has woods. I mean, honestly, it would be really hard to nail down, you know, a particular genre, I guess, if you're going with MTV, you know, hip hop, R&B, rap, metal, grunge. Like, there's a lot of stuff you could do if you're going for something earlier, you know, 90s. But indie rock is just kind of feels random to me. And then woods. So yeah, there we go, 212 MTV. It's coming out, whether you like it or not. Before we go any further, guys, here are some codes that you can use at a bunch of different websites. GS11 will get you a flat 11% off the entire site at fragflex.com. Really nice fragrance discounter. Use that to save yourself some money. Then we've got, of course, the Gents 10 code for Twisted Lily and also Max Aroma, and then Gents Scents for 10% off at Triple Traders. The next fragrance is Gents Scents X Michael Malone X Gents Scents South Slope. Now you may be saying to yourself, what is this? That looks oddly familiar. You're right, it does. It does look familiar. So there was a disagreement that cropped up with using the name Blue Ridge right here. So we decided to rebrand, basically just change the name to South Slope, which is a neighborhood in Asheville, North Carolina that I like. They got some nice food down there, some nice breweries and things like that. So yeah, the box, that's the same. Bottle, that's the same. The fragrance, the exact same, just the name has changed. A lot of you have contacted me through email and also comments over the past few months saying, hey, where is it? Where can I get it? It's not online, it's not anywhere, so what's the deal? And that's the deal. It had to be rebranded. So South Slope is the new name. Again, fragrance the exact same. It smells good. I'm biased, but it smells really good. So if you're looking for a very versatile blue fragrance that will get you lots of compliments, that is nice and sweet and very wearable, It's now called South Slope. And there's gonna be more to talk about in the future regarding that. Ooh, that'll be fun. But for right now, that's all we're saying. So if you've been looking for that one, there it is. Let's go ahead, let's talk about the new Armani. It is an Acqua di Gio. It is Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette 2024. Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette is a fresh and aquatic fragrance that captures the full power of the sea in an iconic refillable bottle in a crystal clear and frosted transparent glass. Armani's Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette is created for the modern explorer who wants to immerse himself in a journey of endless possibilities and capture the essence of confidence, sophistication, and wild adventure. So this is being presented as a new collector's edition. All of the 2024s technically on the write-ups that are available right now are presented as collector's editions in new refillable bottles. I've spoken about that already a bunch. The Armani refillable bottles, they have some issues with leakage. We'll leave it at that. Hopefully they fix it. For all I know, it's already fixed. Just the ones that I've purchased. They've been a little leaky. So as of right now, this new Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette is showing a top of bergamot and marine notes, a mid of jasmine and cedar, and a base of patchouli and white musk. Now, of course, the original Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette had a massive note breakdown, comparatively speaking. And it did indeed have bergamot and marine notes. It did indeed have jasmine and cedar, and yes, it also had patchouli and musk. So with this note breakdown, the notes that we can see here, all of those were in the original Eau de Toilette. So once again, as before, with the new Acqua di Gio Profondo, the new Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum, is this simply a rebottling, the exact same fragrance, only with a simplified note breakdown and a new refillable bottle? Is that what this is? Or is this going to be a slight change up? Because when I looked at the new Acqua di Gio Profondo 2024 and Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum 2024, to me it looked like most likely there would be at least a little change in there, you know, from the original to the new bottlings. But obviously at this point, what they have done is they changed Profumo to Parfum, changed up the bottle style and everything and changed the fragrance a little bit. But then they'd said, you know, heck with it, we are redoing the entire line. And they did this with Code also, where they took the bottle and completely changed that, completely new bottle shape and everything. But with Code, they basically did away with the fragrances that they didn't want to bring into the new lineup and then changed it all up. And they're doing that with Acqua di Gio here. Same bottle shape and everything, but they're changing the color scheme and all of that, giving them gradients. So yeah, this is a pretty big happening, I would say. Acqua di Gio, since it was released, has been a top-selling fragrance for men. It came out in 1996, almost 30 years ago, and it is still, to this day, a top 5 bestseller in the US, which is nuts. So you have to wonder, do they even want to mess with it at that point? You know, you've got a good thing going here, you've had a good thing going here. Do you want to go in there and start tweaking it? Or is this something where they try to modernize that a little bit and hopefully boost their sales, you know, because it's gonna have this new presentation, maybe slightly catchier looking to the eye, switch it up a little bit. If not, if they left it the exact same, it would be pretty funny that they say it's created for the modern explorer, because if it's the same fragrance and they haven't changed it, that's almost 30 years old. At that point, I don't know that you can call it modern anymore. Ultimately, as before with the new Profondo, the new Eau de Parfum, we will not know for sure until it hits stores. So we'll see. I'm anticipating some changes, but I could be wrong. All right, let's talk new Burberry, Burberry Hero Parfum. That's right, we've reached the trifecta, the trilogy. We now have Hero, Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, and Parfum. Now I will say, Hero, as much flack as it gets, top 10 bestseller in the US. And I do think actually that Hero Eau de Parfum It's pretty nice. I like that one. So here we go. Here's the write-up. Burberry Hero Parfum portrays a modern man, sincere yet courageous. He constantly surpasses himself in every challenge. How do you surpass yourself? You would tie with yourself, right? You can't surpass yourself because it's still yourself. Is that right? No longer held back by preconceptions, he connects with his inner self to embrace the extraordinary within. Hero Parfum is the latest Burberry fragrance for men. Intense and powerful, the scent is led by a base of warm cedarwood oils. On top, notes of amyris and cypriol oil enliven the aroma for a deep woody finish. Housed in an angular glass bottle detailed with the Burberry logo. So we're going very simplistic with the note breakdown here. Amyris, cypriol, cedarwood. That is it so far. Now, as I said, Hero Eau de Parfum, in my opinion, is better than the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette's okay. If you're looking for something that's decently classy, versatile, easy wearing, and woody, it'll work. I just feel like the Eau de Parfum stepped things up a bit, made it more appealing, gave it more of a wow factor, especially in the air, gave you some ambery sweetness in there, additional warmth, really helped that one a lot, kind of elevated the entirety of the scent profile. So with this one, while I know it's gonna get hated on online, at least initially, there's gonna be probably a bunch of people, downvoting it, oh, Hero Parfum, blah. It's gonna be one of those deals that we've seen time and time and time again with new releases where they don't really get an opportunity online to, actually hit stores first and have people smell them before they jump to conclusions. But if there's a jump here, like there was from the Eau de Toilette to the Eau de Parfum, from the Eau de Parfum to the Parfum, then this is gonna be something special. It'll be really, really nice. The question is if they can pull that off or not. But I am withholding judgment till it comes out. Then we have, last but not least, from Bulgari Parfum Eau de Parfum, which to me is actually probably the biggest surprise that I have seen so far announced this year. This is not something I would have anticipated at all. Created by master perfumer Jacques Cavalier, Bulgari's Parfum Eau de Parfum is a new concentration of Eau de Toilette. I think they mean of the Eau de Toilette, combining the same key ingredients in a new interpretation. Soothing and sophisticated, the fragrance composition is characterized by its balanced versatility based on the freshness of Darjeeling tea and the subtle elegance of the musk accord. The fragrance starts with a Darjeeling tea accord that comes alive with spicy ginger notes. Should just read the whole thing now. A balance of Ceylon tea extract and a touch of Gaiac wood essence deepens the woody and slightly smoky scent. Finally, the tea duet is strengthened by an elegant musky accord that includes 4 different notes. In harmony with the musky and woody notes, touches of ambrette seed absolute, whose quality and powdery effect give the Parfum Eau de Parfum a deep and intensified effect. So note breakdown there, tea up top, Darjeeling tea, ginger, Ceylon tea extract, Gaiac wood, musk, ambrette. That's what's listed so far. So in case you are unaware of Bulgari Parfum, it is actually really, really good. There were a number of different flankers done in the Bulgari Parfum line, and some of those have gotten much more difficult to find as time has gone on. They are, as the write-up says, very versatile. They're classy, soothing, calming because of that tea that's used in there. This is the type of fragrance that I would imagine, if it's pulled off correctly, which I feel like this one will be, would really appeal to people who are probably a little more into fragrances than your average person. Not that they're hard to wear, they aren't. It's just when you start talking tea notes, that's not something in a men's fragrance that you see used all that often. What makes this one come even more out of the blue is that the last flanker in this line came out almost 20 years ago in 2006. So I guess if you really love a fragrance, don't give up hope. Maybe at some point, even if it's nearly 20 years in the future, they'll come out with a new release. And that is the last one that we're talking about this week. So some new fragrances coming out. We'll see what that new Acqua di Gio is. I swear to you guys, if it's the exact same, if I buy the new Profundo, the new Eau de Parfum, and the new Eau de Toilette, and it's the exact same, and the only difference is that the bottle leaks now, I will take this table and all right, guys, that'll do it for me. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.